Hi guys, it's Cake Talk. I'm on time and I can't believe it because I have not gotten over Beyonce last night. That's the truth. I can't get over it. I could barely fall asleep because I was so excited inside. So let's get started. Okay, so here is a question from Gavin Chan from Hong Kong. Oh, let me do this the right way. Select the question. When I watch your vids, I watch all of them. Thank you. I see you cutting off excess fondant and icing. What do you do with those? Also, you should make a Sir Squeeze-A-Lot cake. That Sir Squeeze-A-Lot cake request is growing by the minute. He's becoming quite famous. And yeah, the excess fondant, basically you just save that. So you cut it off and make sure as soon as you cut it off, you wanna knead it back together and wrap it really well in plastic. Keep it covered, keep it in a Tupperware. I keep it in the pail that it came in. Just keep air away from it pretty much. And fondant is reusable. Even fondant that you've already colored, I often use that if I need the same color or I color it again. Like for example, if I have yellow left over, I can later go back and make it a darker yellow or make it orange, or if I'm making something that I'm going to paint gold, I'll use that as the base. So yes, you can absolutely save fondant, just make sure that it is well wrapped and protected from the air. Okay, next. I can't get over Beyonce. I'm sorry. Okay, next. Here's a question. Oh, this is actually a great question, and it's very fitting for me today because I just came back from Beyonce. This is from Tanishqua. Hi, you are here every week. Hello, thank you so much. Did you feel sorry when you smashed your pink lemonade cake since you had made it with a lot of perfection? Really interested to know. The answer is no, I didn't feel sorry. The truth is cake decorating is really frustrating. I know I don't show that on How to Cake It, but even before How to Cake It, there have been times that I've been so frustrated with cake that I fantasize about throwing a cake against the wall, because it's just sometimes they really frustrate me and it takes a lot of patience, and even sometimes I lose my patience. So I found that very satisfying. Besides, if I'm going to emulate Beyonce, I'm going to do it right. So if I'm going to smash a cake, it's not going to be by accident. It's going to be intentionally. And don't worry, that cake was not wasted. In fact, there's some footage of me like sitting on the ledge over there eating a whole piece afterward because it was so delicious. So you guys don't see it, but we put like a giant bowl on the floor and caught the cake, and don't worry, it was just smashed, but it still tastes good smashed. So no, I found that very satisfying, and I found that it was essential to the theme. Even last night, Beyonce at her concert played footage of her hold up video where she smashes like a car with a baseball bat. So that's what, so I smashed a cake with a giant whisk, naturally. Okay, so yes, I'm here, Gabra, and I answered your question already. Somebody asked. I'm here. It's 10:31. It was 10:30 on my computer exactly. Okay, so next I have a ton of questions from social media. So let me ask that. We actually sift through them. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. This is from Orchid_Ian99 on Instagram. What is the craziest cake order you've ever gotten? The craziest cake order I've ever gotten was, I actually couldn't take it. It was for a bat mitzvah, and it was, they wanted a 4-foot tall, so that would be like here, pretty much, a 4-foot tall go-go boot, like a disco boot. And I thought that was the coolest request ever. And I happen to love all things disco, but I couldn't do it because, as you can see, I don't have a walk-in fridge. So I physically can't fit a 4-foot cake into that fridge. So that would have been a big problem. And it was sort of short notice. So I had to say no, and I felt sad. Although making a 4-foot cake would be really scary, and I've never done it in that context before, like a 4-foot novelty cake. I just thought it was so cool, but I couldn't do it, and I couldn't take the risk of, you know, trying to make it and leaving it out the entire time. So unfortunately, I had to say no because of my limitations, but that was one of the craziest requests. Okay. is from Little GW on Instagram. Where can we send you pictures of cakes we've made? I've made some I really like how they looked and tasted. Well, I'm so happy. You can actually, I think Instagram is the easiest place. It's the place that I'll see it the quickest. So if you put up your pictures on your Instagram and tag me, then I can go into my tag pictures and have a look and let me know like what the cake is, what flavor it was. And that's how a lot of people get, we put them into my Fan Fridays. So every Friday, which is tomorrow, we put up a little video compilation of all the, fans' cakes and viewers' cakes that they've made and attempted. So that's the quickest place. Okay, next, let's ask, what do you, okay, oh, here's one. This is from Bam Hammy. Hello. Do you still remember Sugar Stars? Of course I still remember Sugar Stars. Sugar Stars was filmed here in my kitchen. The only thing about TV is, I know it's called reality TV, but it's not necessarily reality. So on Sugar Stars, it appears as if this kitchen is in the bottom of a store. It is not. It is still here, and the store is not. But it was true that I'm a cake decorator, and I made cakes and did baking on that show. And Casper, who was at Beyonce with me last night, has been on the show with me, and I want to have him back again this summer. So of course I remember Sugar Stars, and I think it helped me to be sort of comfortable on camera, because it's really, really weird to be on camera. I never wanted to be on TV. Like I didn't aim to be on TV. It just came into my life and was such a wonderful experience. But I think it was sort of practice for this, which is how to cake it, which I feel is such a perfect fit for me. Okay, so thank you for the question. Okay, select. Oh, again, Bam Hammy. Will you collab with other YouTubers in the future? Yes, absolutely. I would love to. I mean, I live in Toronto. A lot of YouTubers live in California. But I would love to. In fact, next week I have a collab with another Toronto YouTuber. So I hope you will watch because I'm very excited. Okay, next. Here we go, select. This is from Elise Lerman. I hope I said that right. Hey, I love your videos and your cakes are amazing. I wish that you could make cakes like you, but I don't have the things needed. Could you make small, easy cakes that you could do with small budget and not so much stuff? Yes, one of the best starter cakes on my channel would be emoji, because it's round. It's not 2 layers. It's just 1 layer. So it's easier to learn how to ice on that. And then it's easier to learn how to apply fondant on a cake like that. And everybody loves emojis, and you could pick your favorite one. And it's just sort of a fun starter cake. And you really don't need much. You need like a small round pan and just sort of the basic tools. And coming up in July and August, we are planning to do something called Camp Cake, which involves me live stream baking. And you guys can sign up. If you go to howtocakeit.com now, I believe that you can, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not there yet. In one of my upcoming videos, there will be a link so you can go and sign up and tell us if you're interested, and basically you will bake with me like live. So I'll do it in real time, and you can ask me questions just like this as we're baking together. And for that, we want to try and do things that are like achievable. It's really hard on How to Cake It because all of the viewers have such different desires from me, and we try to accomplish them all. So some people, you know, only want to see like the snake cakes and the heart cakes and the brain cakes that take a lot of time. And if the video was extremely step by step, it would be very, very, very long. It would be like a documentary. And then we have the people who are bakers, who want to bake, who want to do things with different flavors and different textures. And that's why I love doing the mega cakes, because that gives those people a chance to try something. So yeah, but look out for Camp Cake, because I think that's going to be a good way. And please try emoji. Okay, so next, oh, somebody said yes, live baking. Yes, that will be cool. Oh my God, Gavin Chan says something. I think the next YouTuber will be Greg from ASAP Science. You know that I happen to love Greg from ASAP Science. I was lucky enough to be invited to the YouTube Creator Summit this year, which happened like That feels like so long ago, but it was like 3 weeks ago. Oh my God, my very loud fridge. This is what live baking is going to be like. And Greg was so kind to me. You know what? Casper or Derek always call me during Cake Talk. I don't know why. So Greg was so nice to me because I felt like such a freshman, and I was there in a room with like 150 of YouTube's, best creators, and I just felt so overwhelmed and so in shock to even be in the same room as a lot of these people. Like at one point, I was in the same room with PewDiePie. How is that even possible? And he was so sweet to me, and he's a fellow Canadian Torontonian, and I just had a blast. And Lily was so sweet to me too. Lily and Humble and Matt Santoro. So I feel like the Canadians bonded. But I actually have a great idea for a collab with ASAP Science. So stay tuned. Okay, so next, here's a great question. And I'm going to address it. This is from Joanne Oh Joseph. What inspired you to open your own bakery? I don't have a bakery and have never had one. I used to bake from home in my mom's kitchen, and I worked at a bakery at the same time, and then I would make cakes on the side in my mom's kitchen. But I basically built this kitchen, and I made cakes by order. So people would come to see me, we'd sit in the office, they'd have a consultation, and I would design a cake for them, and then I would make that cake. But I don't have a bakery. To me, a bakery is a space, and you have staff, and you bake other things. I don't have a bakery, and I actually don't desire to have a bakery because it's a lot of hard work, and I've worked for people who have owned bakeries, and it becomes their entire life. Like they are married to a bakery, and I already spend probably anywhere from 8 to 16 hours a day in this kitchen. And now I have a child, so that's very, very, very hard because I owe it to him to be with him, and I love him, and I want to be with him too. So no, I do not have a bakery, and my main focus is just cake. Okay, so next question. Okay. Oh, this is a great question. Oh, and it's from Joanne Oh Joseph again. Hello, Yolanda from India. Hello. What is your vision for the future of How to Cake It? Wow, we have so many visions. And when I say we, I refer to me, Jocelyn, and Connie. Those are my business partners. We have so many visions. We have a list of cakes that I want to make. We have things like Camp Cake where we want to do live baking so I can be more connected with you guys. And you can see how it, really truly happens because cake decorating requires patience and time. I don't know how we're going to do everything we want to do. That's me being really honest. I want a book. I've always wanted a book. A book is the thing I've wanted the most in the world. I wanted a book before television, before YouTube, and I still want a book. I actually want more than one book. Products. I would love to design some cake decorating tools. I use a lot of things that aren't even specifically cake decorating tools, so I have a lot of ideas around that. Travel. I would love to travel and meet all of you wonderful people who write to me from India, from China, from the States, from everywhere. And I'd love to even go check out, cake decorators that I love and admire who don't live in my part of the world. Yeah, so we have a lot of visions. I just don't know how we're gonna do it all. We have to be like Beyonce. We have to just say like we're doing this, and that's what we try to tell ourselves. Okay, here's a good question from Neil N. I hope I said that right. Hi, Yolanda and the amazing team behind How to Cake It. Thank you for acknowledging my team. This takes a team. Just wanted to know, how long does it take you to think about how you will cake something in the planning stage? Do you do any trials beforehand? No. P.S. How do you know if you've overbeaten cake mix? Wow, lots of questions. Thank you for acknowledging my team. We are a team. This takes a team. And the bigger we get, the bigger our team will have to get. I just want to know, okay, no, I do a lot of thinking in my mind. I've been making cakes for a long time. So it's mostly in my brain, all of the planning. Sometimes I'll do a little drawing if figuring out colors, like with Cake of Cakes, I did a little drawing because it's hard when you want to make something really colorful, but you don't want it to be sort of like all over the place. So I'll often do a little drawing and color it in to help me visualize it. I never have the time to do trials. I would love the time, and we constantly think about ways to get me to have the time to do trials, but it's really, really hard because, you know, all of the baking before the videos take place is a long time. Filming is a long time. Then I write a blog to go with every single video. Then we have meetings to talk about upcoming videos and how we can do collabs and exciting things, like I'm going to VidCon this year, which is so exciting. And I don't even know what to expect myself, but just things like that, trying to work everything in. And it ends up that I never have the time to do any trials. How do you know if you've overbeaten cake mix? Sometimes it can look split. That's why it's very important, I believe, to have your like butter, eggs, if there's milk, at room temperature, because mixing different temperatures often results in a batter that looks split. And keeping everything at the same temperature will really help that. You also want to be careful at the mixing stage where you add eggs. It's one thing to overbeat butter and sugar. It will just become lighter and fluffier. But once you add eggs, you definitely don't want to overbeat them, because it just, the elasticity of the eggs, it can become sort of gummy. So that's where you really want to be careful in your mixing. Okay, so next I'm going to go back to Instagram because I feel like, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. Kimberley Sears on Instagram, what is your favorite Beyonce song? This is a great question for today. I don't know. After last night, I don't know. Now I have a whole bunch of new favorites. I can't get over it, guys. I can't. I was very happy that she sang Party. There's something about that song and that video that I absolutely love. Yeah, but I have a whole bunch of new favorites now that I have to get used to and absorb. This is a question from Galvex Jimena 22. I know I said that right because I know a Jimena. What is your favorite cake tea you've made? It's this one. I love the tea version of this, which I wear in our sort of introduction video to how to cake it. And the problem is that's actually not a tee. Mine is actually a crop top. So it's only this short, but because I'm sitting down in that video, you can't tell. I love that shirt so much, but I never wear it unless I have a shirt underneath because I really don't want to wear a crop top. My 16-year-old self would have worn that shirt all day. That is my favorite cake tee. So next, select. Here we go. I actually answered this question already. This is from Hafsa. Whoa, I can't. This is from Hafsa. I hope that's enough because I don't want to butcher your name. When did you realize that caking was your thing and that it was really fun? I love your videos. They're so funny. Can you give me a shout out? Shout out to Hafsa. Thank you. Thanks, yo. And also, what did you do with the pink lemonade cake after you smashed it? Was it wasted? No offense. Okay, no offense taken. I think I realized that caking was my thing and it was really fun when I started to work at a bakery. That was in the year, oh my gosh, 1998? Yeah, so this is a little bit of time ago. That's almost 20 years ago. Wow. I love your videos. They're so funny. Thank you. The pink lemonade cake was not wasted. It was bashed, but delicious. There's actual footage of me eating all of that cake because it was so good. So no, and like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed smashing that cake. Not sorry. There's another Beyonce song I love. Not sorry. I ain't sorry because if I'm going to emulate Beyonce, I'm going to do it right. If I'm going to drop a cake, it's not going to be like, oh no, I dropped a cake. It's going to be like, I dropped the cake. And it was not wasted and it was in good fun. And yeah, I personally, that is one of my favorite videos. And if you knew me in person, you would know like that was the most like me. So I really enjoyed that. I had too much fun. I wish Beyonce could see my video. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is from Kirsten Molkenbohr. I hope I said that right. Do you only make cakes that you put on YouTube, or do you also make cakes that get sold in a bakery shop? I only make cakes on YouTube now. That is my full-time job. I used to take orders, but YouTube has become my full-time job because it is so difficult, but great, but it is a lot of hard work. And also I have a son now, and I'm married, and I need to spend time with them. And so, yeah, this is our full-time job for me and Connie and Jocelyn. And honestly, I feel so blessed to even be able to say that. We see such good things in the future of how to cake it. And I really enjoy it, to be honest, because although I am thankful for the business I had before and all of my clients, the truth is, I always had to make cakes for my clients. So although I got to be creative, at the end of the day, I had to execute their vision, which was not always entirely my vision. With How to Cake It, I make the cakes that I want to make, and that is so fulfilling to me after 16 years of making cakes for other people. I make the cakes that I want to make, that I want to show you guys, and I also do not have to put my cake in a car and deliver it, which is terrifying. And it's terrifying in all seasons. It's terrifying in the summer because it's boiling hot and humid and the sun is blazing into the car. And what if we have to drive for an hour? It's terrifying. And it's terrifying in the winter because winter driving is scary. Sometimes I have carried cakes over ice. It's terrifying. So I don't miss that at all. Because now I just give my cakes to people, and if it's bashed because it's not, they didn't pay me for it. They're just getting extra cake that they didn't expect. So I love being a YouTuber. Oh, Tommy Wan, I love your question because we're working on this as we speak. Will there be a male version of your t-shirts? Yes, we are working on, I believe, 2 versions of t-shirts for men. I'm trying to coerce my husband into being the model. So you know what? I recently found out that the most Googled question about me is Yolanda Gamp husband. People are very curious to know who Mr. Cake is. So I'm trying to coerce him to be the model, and then his picture will be on howtocakeit.com too. So yes, look out for that. I think our ideas are really great, actually. Okay. Why am I singing for you? I'm very sorry. Oh, here's an excellent question. This is from Savvy Sathi. Hello, Yolanda. Love from Malaysia. I really want to go to Malaysia. Hi, I'm 15. Great age. I love baking. What is your most useful baking hack? Okay. My most useful baking hack, and I learned this from working in bakeries, is don't try to do everything at the same time because it takes such a long time. So for example, when I make my cakes or make a YouTube video, I have already baked my cakes the day before, made my buttercream, made any other fillings like ganache, which sets beautifully overnight, or lemon curd, or whatever is going to be in it. And so that way I do everything in stages. So I do like all my baking and making and fillings in one stage, and then I start to decorate the cake in another stage. And that's just really helpful and less stressful. Because if you're baking a cake and then you're sitting there waiting for it to bake, and then you're waiting for it to cool, and is it cool enough? And maybe I'll put it in the fridge, and it's just so much added unnecessary stress. And the truth is, especially if you're making a novelty cake, the cooler that cake is, even if it's chilled, even if you wrap it in plastic and put it in the fridge overnight, it will be so much easier to carve than you sort of just taking it right off the rack and it's kind of warm trying to carve it, because you'll just lose a lot of cake and it will be very, very crummy. So that's my best baking hack. Okay, so next, we get this question every single time. It's from Maria Bakaku, I hope I said that right. Hello from Greece, another place I want to go. I was wondering who eats the cakes after the videos. Me, Jocelyn. Connie loves cake. I always take some home to my husband and my son. I give some to my mom or my sister. And then sometimes I go home and give some to my neighbors. Sometimes I give it to friends. With BB-8, we actually gave it to the Disney office because we thought that was appropriate, and they loved it. So yes, don't worry. People are very concerned about wasted cakes, and I never understand that, because who doesn't want cake? I've never said to somebody, hey, do you want some cake? And they're like, no. Everybody wants cake. People are always like, do you have more cake? And I'm like, no, I don't have cake right now. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, this is an excellent question, actually. This is from Caroline. Oh, no. Of course I picked you because you're from Denmark and I'm obsessed with Denmark. Do you ever get tired of baking? Hello from Denmark. Hello, number one on my list of where I want to go. This is from Caroline. I wouldn't say sometimes I get tired of baking and I need a break and new inspiration. That's what I would say. But I never reach the point where I'm like, I never want to bake again. I just sometimes feel like I need a moment to not be beside a hot oven and a loud fridge and a loud mixer. I need a moment. I want to like go out. I want to walk on Queen Street or travel somewhere and get re-inspired to do this again. I think that's natural. I mean, a lot of my friends who are creative feel exactly the same. Casper and I talk about this a lot. You just need that rejuvenation sometimes, because it is sort of not monotonous, but it's repetitive and routine. So it's like baking, making buttercream, decorating cakes, baking, making, so it just feels like a routine after a while. So sometimes I like something exciting in there, like going to the Creator Summit, which gave me so much new, exciting ideas. But I never think that I want to quit baking, no. Okay, hold on. We cannot ignore Instagram. Instagram is going strong. Oh, this is a good question. Corn Puff, I like your name, Corn Puff 105 on Instagram. Does that mean that 104 people already had the name Corn Puff, or is 105 like meaningful to you? That's what I want to know. What would you say your strong suit is when it comes to baking and decorating cake? I.e. frosting, piping, covering cakes and fondant, etc. P.S. My Tuesday morning is not complete without watching your channel. I have to apologize for how much stuttering I'm doing. It's because my body and mind are so overexcited from Beyonce. They're trying to go as fast as she does, and I'm not good at that. So I would say my strong suit was probably covering and fondant. I also think I'm very good at coloring fondant. That takes a lot of practice. And I have a lot of input on what I think about food coloring and a lot of opinions, but it takes a lot of practice and a good eye and time and patience. So I think that's my strong suit, and I really, really enjoy it because I find it really artistic. Yeah, and thank you for being with us every Tuesday morning. Thank you so much. Next. Oh, this is an excellent question. This is from tie_May13 on Instagram. Have you ever thought about writing a book or cookbook? I think about it constantly. I have a whole cake book collection. I know exactly what I want my books to look like and feel like, and what I want to portray, and what my message about cakes are. Yeah, I dream about it constantly. Now I used to feel scared that I would never get to make a cookbook. Now I see that is probably going to happen, and I'm scared about how to do it because books take a long time, and I'm such a perfectionist. I would never put out a book that was like, oh, this is okay, let me put this out for now. I would want it to be so perfect because I have dreamt about it and envisioned it for so long. And here's the fridge. Again, next. Oh, this is actually cool. This is from Tanishba. You're amazing. You're here every week and you have good questions. Thank you so much. How does it feel when you watch your previous caking videos? When I watch Sugar Stars, it feels like so long ago. And I remember when we filmed Sugar Stars, it felt like we would never end. It was so hard. I had no experience in TV, so I didn't know what to expect. It took us like 9 months to shoot that show, and I couldn't take cake orders, so I put my business to the side in the meantime. But, you know, I feel proud of it. It's such a beautiful show. And now, sorry. I started reading another question. I'm so sorry, Tanishba. When I watch early How to Cake It videos, I see my growth and our growth. So my growth in front of the camera and our growth as a channel, like just even leaving Jocelyn and my banter and the banter between me and Jocelyn in the video, the laughter, of course, Jocelyn's laughter, I just love to watch the growth. I don't feel embarrassed about any of them. I feel like I'm always growing and always learning, and that's what I love about this, because you guys are so accepting of that. I'm a perfectionist, and I'm very hard on myself, which is good because it keeps me working hard and trying, but is bad because I often try to talk myself out of things, and that's not good. You know, you owe it to yourself to try, and really, I'm a cake decorator. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? So I feel good. I feel proud. And I feel like we've come a long way in a very short time. So I'm very excited to see what's next. Okay. Again, next question. Who would you most likely do a collab with? Well, I get a lot of suggestions from people who want to see me, especially do a collab with Rosanna Panzino, of course. I mean, she's the queen of baking on YouTube. And our names rhyme. I mean, it's pretty fitting. Yo and Ro. It's like a match made in heaven. I am doing a collab next week with a Canadian YouTuber, and I have 2 upcoming collabs with 2 other baking YouTubers who are not from my country. And I'm so excited. And for some reason, they're going to be in my country, which is amazing. So I'm so excited about that. I actually have to talk to one of them later. So, but that's all I'm going to tell you. But I see collabs, and I really, really want to do collabs. Okay. Oh, here's a nice question from Hemmings Skinny Jeans. Are we going to see Jocelyn anytime soon? Love from Sweden. I love you, Sweden. I have been to Sweden, and I love you. I don't think you're going to see Jocelyn on YouTube anytime soon. She likes being elusive, and she likes being behind the camera. However, I did my first meet and greet last Saturday. Thank you to everyone who came out. I am overwhelmed and inspired, and I have not gotten over it. And the best part was, I actually saw this question on Insta. Somebody asked me the best part of the Alice on Queen pop-up. And it was A, working with Casper again, that was amazing. B, seeing all of you who waited to meet me, meeting all of your children, your adorable children, and just the amount of parents who like took the time after to come up to me and say like, thank you for being positive and inspiring my child. That means so much to me, especially now that I am a mom. But my absolute favorite part was Jocelyn was at the meet and greet as well. And of course, most of you have never seen her. And so she was sort of at the front of the line helping people come up to me. And so many people, as soon as she started talking to them, were like, you could see their faces, like this thought came over their face. And they were like, are you Jocelyn? And she was like, yeah. And they're like, ah! So a lot of people had a meet and greet with Jocelyn and took pictures with Jocelyn too. And that honestly made my day. That was so amazing because Jocelyn is a very, very vital part of this channel, and I just loved your reaction to her. So that was amazing. I think I only have time for one more question. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what to answer. I want to answer a new question. I'm determined. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, here's a good question. Oh, the Alice on Queen pop-up question was from Kitty K Kills on Twitter. So those were my top, I think I gave you the top 4 moments at Alice on Queen. Now, this is the last question. This is from Officer Evander Lavia on Facebook. Do you try your flavor combinations beforehand? Or do you just have an idea for flavors and just wing it on set? The answer is B. Yeah, I have. I mean, I've been baking for a long time. I know what I like to taste. I also have a thing for like different textures. One of the things I love most about the Harry Potter mega cake was putting the caramel spiderwebs inside, because not only did you taste like a rich, lovely caramel, but there was a crunchy texture inside. So I love that. But most of all, it happens in my mind because I never have the time to test it out. I mean, I have baked a lot in the past, so I have tested things in my personal life and before. But sometimes I'm pretty much winging it, and I'm so happy at the end. Like pink lemonade, I didn't try, and that cake was delicious. Delicious. Okay, I'm gonna answer one more just because I saw this and I think it's good. It's from Joanne Oh Joseph. Joanne Oh, you're killing it today. You have such good questions. What is your biggest fear? I think my biggest fear is not trying. I think my biggest fear is letting my fear win because I think that's really easy for everyone at any age. And I think it's sort of really dangerous because, like I said before, I'm a perfectionist and I've spent a lot of time telling myself I don't fit in, or I'm not good enough to do that, or what if I do that and it's not perfect? And how to cake it, as well as becoming a mom, and I think my age has really helped me get over that because it's not worth it. You're never going to regret um, even failing, because even failing is a lesson. So it's not really ever failing. Um, but you're going to regret it if you don't try. If you don't know the answer, you're probably going to regret that. And probably as you age, you're going to realize it doesn't really matter that much what you think. It matters what other people are going to think and say about you, but it doesn't. It matters what you think about yourself and how happy you are with yourself, and if you have kept your integrity. That's what matters. The regrets I have in life are when I have let go of, and they're very, very few, but sort of pushed my inside feelings aside or ignored my intuition and listened to others. Those are my biggest regrets in life, personally and in business. And no more with that. No more with that, because I don't want my son to ever do that. And the best way I know to teach him that is to be an example. So don't let your fear win. It's good, and it will fight you all the way in life in many different arenas, but don't let your fear win. It's not worth it. You deserve to try. And what's the worst that can happen? So thank you for being here. I apologize for my state of mind. Beyonce like rocked my world. I'm like a buzzing bee. The Bayhive, I'm like a buzzing bee. I can't even focus. So I apologize. I'm not even going to watch this Cake Talk myself because I'm embarrassed, but it's okay. And I will see you next time in 2 weeks on Cake Talk. Thank you.